It's smelly little friend, too.
Not overdo it with the toilet humour. Oh, excuse me. Must have laid a basket or two. You were saying?
At last, more eggs. Oh, for my collection next Easter.
I ate the spoiled dinner, but those ain't real eggs. Please don't explain the joke, Scruff. The script stinks as it is.
And now to ruin it. I feed them to the little kitties.
Oh my god. You are evil. You are evil. You are evil.
Ah, shut up, you drama queen. You're ruining the scenery. I should know. I've chewed half of it myself.
Technically I'm the only one amongst this fine motley crew who can actually lay an egg. What with me being the one biological avian life form.
Male birds can't lay eggs. It could be non-binary.
Nay, Scruff. I was a handsome young rogue with long, slick, dark hair, a bronze tan, and big old biceps. Now I got feathers and lay my own breakfast.
Ah! And I had a good set of gnashers, unlike your rotten yellow teeth.
Nay! These are pure 24-carat, you rapscallion rodent.
Ah! False gold! Butterfingered bird brain!
I said I was sorry. Just these fingers I got instead of hands.
You ain't got any fingers, stupid.
Whatever, I can't keep a good grip without my sword hand.
Blah, 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 blah. Neither of you had much of a sword hand to begin with. You were both as ugly and craven as these two smelly, scruffy scoundrels.
Excuse me. One of the eggs may have hatched.
Yeah? Well, you weren't much of a fearless, dashing swashbuckler yourself, you dastardly, deluded, lying landlubber loon!
Ew, but I was. My good looks were the envy of all courageous coursers. 'Twas why I made you pair of stinky swabs do all the dirty work. I was the tallest, brawniest cutthroat to sail the 7 seas. Spike! Sal!
Hey! Oi, oi, Captain!
Ew, I told you to use the door, you scattered-brained scallywags.
Sorry, Skipper. We don't want to be late and risk another flogging. We'll inform the boatswain right away.
You are the boatswain, Sal.
I thought I was the rigger.
We're on double duty.
Make that triple duty. We're already on the skeleton crew.
What happened to him?
We've been waiting for victuals, Sal. But the cook went on strike.
Arr! That scurvy knave! He ought to be hung from the mast by his balls and bowels. Sorry, kids, just give us his name, Captain.
Sailor Sal.
To the brig with him! 'Twas already pulling triple duty, weren't I?
I'd have you walk the plank if I had the men to spare. Instead, you shall be demoted back to cabin boy.
Yeah, congratulations, Sal. You've escaped triple duty.
Avast, you shall retain all remaining duties, which means...
Quadruple duty.
Bear back, Sal. Was my face a race this weekend?
Such an obvious Napoleon complex.
Rat your tongue, boy, before I cut it out and put it in my suit! Show me the map! The right way up. That's better. The loyalty of my young protégés was unequalled amongst my crew, of whom I had the habit of stabbing in the back quite literally. But they were villainous cutthroats, the lot of them, and shall remain unmourned. My last remaining deckhands, however, were too wet-haired to survive such a cruel life. In some regards, my betrayal was merciful.
You lie!
That is true. You boys offered no resistance when you were captured, cowering like a pair of effeminate schoolgirls, waiting to be saved by my dashing brave captain.
Yeah, which you never intended.
Besides the point. Nonetheless, your capture saved me the effort of getting my hands dirty. Seriously, how long had you buzz gone without a bath?
Arrgh! About 6 months before we were press ganged.
We were scratching a living in the sewers. Not much of a living, really.
Not forgetting the 12 months served aboard the Dagon swabbing the officers' privy.
Yeah, after feeding them all that stew.
Aye, we used up all of our soap rations swabbing the deck clean after they failed to reach it in time.
And excluding the fragrances I hoarded during the voyage. But you can't blame me, really. Sal's cooking here must have killed half the crew, excluding the ones I murdered myself. Thus, explaining why they were changed into vermin.
What are you gonna do to us, Sal?
I don't know, Mucker. Hopefully the captain will parlay for our release.
As captain of the fishy Dagon, am I not a loyal servant to the great old one?
If thou'st a true follower of the Order of Dagon, thou knowest the penalty for trespassing on sacred land. There must be payment.
But as a loyal follower, there is no trespass. Agreed?
Agreed.
We are mutual acquaintances, eh?
Agreed.
And during our last, miscommunication, did I not compensate you with the souls of my last crew?
Agreed. But these two were intended as living tributes, were they not?
Oh, yeah, you, prefer them alive. Here, they're all yours.
That backstabbing barnacled bastard!
Oi, angry!
Shut it, Scruff! You ain't even in the flashback! How could ya, Captain? We were loyal to yous, and you sold us to the devil to save your own scurvy Scruff! No offence.
Oh, taken. Wait, is this flashback or narration?
Why'd you ask?
It's just you keep switching between past and present tense. And from human to furry.
We ain't furries!
Duh, they're too ugly. As for yours truly, you can't expect me to be a Saturday morning cartoon for all eternity. I have a reputation to uphold. Hold that thought. Hello? No, I don't have time to answer a few questions. No, I'm not interested. For crying out loud, I've got 2 closet cases here. The last thing I need is to have 2 gay meerkats sending me car insurance! Go away! Right, where were we?
Tell you what, Sal. I think he's the one who's been hiding in the closet.
Shut it, you spineless sissy!
Spineless? Pah! We're far braver than the likes of yous. Please have mercy on us, Skipper!
Oh, we'll do anything you want. Just don't kill us.
We'll give you a share of the gold. We'll volunteer ourselves for slavery. We'll scrub your back and everything, even while you sound the privy.
After sampling some of Sal's stew.
Or, you can make Spike full-time personal cabin boy and aptly name him Roger.
Dude, you're like seriously gonna get us flagged.
Please, keep out of this, Scruff. 'Tis undignified having to relive it.
For God's sakes, get on with it!
Your payment is adequate. They shall seat the great old one for now.
Alive and kicking here, the far tastier. Don't you agree?
Oh yeah, I ain't in this flashback. Cool, excuse ya.
Yep, there go me breeches. I only changed them last year.
Guess this is the end, eh, Sal?
I always loved you.
I love you too. Hold me tight.
That's right.
I should have had them married.
Someone, pull him out and make him go to the toilet first before we begin the ritual.
No need. We've already been twice.
I take it back. The far tastier dead.
Agreed. It's more dignified to cut their throats and be rid of them. For our sakes, I mean. Saves us the embarrassment of offering unworthy sacrifices.
Too late. He has already awoken.
We gotta go again.
Excuse ya.
Thanks, Scruff. I suppose you got a spare roll of toilet paper?
It ain't been invented yet.
Who dares to offer these unworthy sacrifices? And who allowed them to trample over my altar?
Oh, by the way, creepy mask guy, forgot to give him a bathroom break. Toodles.
Seize him before he finds the book in the conveniently unconcealed cave. Dinner is served.
I guess Cthulhu could play with his food.
And that's the story of how the great Kraken ate me and Spike alive. But we weren't digested. His esophagus was a gateway to some hell dimension. The flesh was stripped from our bones, yet we still lived, and a new flesh was given, and by the time he spat us back out, we were transformed into generic DeviantArt characters.
At least it weren't Rule 34.
Whatever you do, don't Google it for Christ's sake!
Oi, bless my face!
Screw blasphemy, you bumbling buffoon! We're about to get our collars felt by YouTube censors! Eh?
Don't see what you're moaning about. All this bare biceps and bondage feels like a homoerotic fanfiction.
Hey, no one's fanfictioning me!
Oh yeah? What about you and Scruff sharing the same bed?
For God's sake, someone make him stop! It was petty bickering like this which allowed me to steal the Necronomicon from under everyone's noses and lust fulfill my every desire. Kinky don't half cover it. Perhaps it was the perverted thoughts of half-naked Playboy bunnies which triggered my metamorphosis. A bit silly, really. Hugh Hefner wasn't around for another couple centuries. Actually, why did the Necronomicon turn me into this? How the bloody hell should I know? Let alone care. Yeah, well, I want answers. And I want out of these ropes!
Asp, you ain't wearing any.
For God's sake, Scruff, can't you see our...
Free?
Your paws are free. Just as I was beginning to enjoy it.
Hey, gotta be more careful with which scenery I chew. Hang on a sec, that wasn't even in the budget.
Low stand producers! Always cutting corners!
It could explain why you're in our flashback. Oh, thou's got the wrong impression about me and Spike. We ain't really. I thought I was gonna die! I wanted my last words to be something besides a bowel movement!
Well, at least they can't find the conveniently unconcealed cutlasses hidden behind that tree. Oh, why did I say that out loud?
Always had a tall ego. Shall we, mucker?
Hey, Skipper!
Ah, you called me Skipper.
Well, you said you loved me.
Not in front of the hyenas!
We saw you in the flashback, Romeo.
I'm a straight, cisgendered...
Closet case.
Has anyone considered that your arch nemesis may use this opportunity to gain an advantage? Oh, you mean like this?
Nice going, Asp. Giving ideas to the enemy.
Me? You're the one who procrastinated!
Ah, cease squabbling! 'Tis time for ass kicking! Ah!
Yep.
What are we reversing? What are you doing? Let me at him! Let me at him!
Forget it, mucker. Can't beat him. Might as well join him.
Ah, come on, Sal! We could have at least taken one of them.
Aye, and who'd have sung praises of our futile courage after 10 seconds of combat?
Don't mean to be the party pooper, but we got to reach the end of this episode before the producers pull the plug. Say, I understood the idiom.
You're saying we could tie up the loose plot threads?
And resolving our story arcs? Oh, Spike! We can redeem ourselves!
Story arcs? Redemption? I was content being a selfish yellow coward. Plus, I have Asperger's syndrome. Hence, I don't like change. I have privilege.
You ain't exactly setting yourself up as a positive role model for people on the spectrum.
I don't want to be a positive role model. I just want to live!
Aspie!
Forget him, Scruff! He's halfway to Davy Jones's locker anyway!
Oh, not your Nelly! Hold on, Asp! I'll save you!
He wouldn't do the same for us! I should have been the dirty coward trope. Then I wouldn't have to save everyone else's arse all the time.
Hyena has a way of catching up with cowards, Skipper. Not that I think you're a coward or anything.
Aye, but so too will them ghouls if we don't scarp her.
Too late! Oh, and I brought the rope this time.
Yay, more bondage.
Cool.